Hello everybody, I'm your host Woody, and today we're going to be taking a look at 10 more scary GoPro recordings no one should ever see, even though we're showing them to you now. We all know what we're getting into at this point, so let's just jump right into it. Number 10, Ghost Girl. Let's kick this list off with the paranormal footage of what some people believe to be a ghost or some other supernatural being. In 2017, a YouTuber posted footage of him and his friends in Mexico at night. The footage starts off with the group standing on a street, seemingly having been frightened by something as they shine their flashlights down the road. You can't see anything at first, but the men seem certifiably spooked and must have all seen something pretty scary to put them in this state. When the camera turns to one of the boys on the ground, it then moves back up, showing the outline of a girl standing against a building. It appears to be a woman with long dark hair, with her neck turned at an odd angle. Though it's a bit hard to make out exactly what it is or what the person looks like, this is apparently the creature that had scared the boys, as they react with panic and immediately start running away. Number 9, the Morgue. This video was also published in 2017 by a user called SteadyPop. They were exploring an abandoned building when they came across an underground morgue. As they walk closer to the dark hallway, you can hear the distinct sound of something metal slamming against the wall. As they walk further down the flickering hallway, you get the distinct feeling that this is the worst decision a horror movie character could ever make. Just turn around and leave. But the cameraman doesn't, and instead braves the dark expanse of the morgue, discovering the source of the slamming sound. It is a large red door, rhythmically banging open and shut. The sound of the banging is just so loud and terrifying. While some people in the comments have claimed it was just a trick with a fishing line, could the fishing line really have been able to slam the door that hard? Number 8, cliff diving. Alright, now let's quickly move out of the paranormal and go to another just terrifying, death-defying situation. I found this video on TikTok and it seems to show a man going cliff diving. He is crawling along the top of the cliff, holding on to what looks to be a fence, potentially showing the fact that he is in a restricted or even dangerous area. But he continues on, moving towards where the water is. He eventually makes it to the point that he decides to jump from, but this immediately shows itself to be a pretty bad idea. As he jumps in, it becomes clear in the footage that he may not make it to the water, and he realizes this himself, yelling out in fear. Fortunately, he does not hit the rocks below, just barely making it to the water. If he had been only a few inches closer, he likely would have hit the ground and suffered from severe injuries. The near miss is terrifying to watch and has you on the edge of your seat hoping that he makes it. Number 7, bad ideas. Alright, now back to the paranormal. I've titled this one Bad Ideas because it comes from a YouTube channel called The Bad Ideas, and the whole situation is just generally a bad idea. He is riding down a trail with his friend with a GoPro camera mounted on his head, when he suddenly comes across another GoPro that appears to have been strategically left on a tree stump for someone else to find. They then have the bad idea of taking it home and seeing what footage is on it. When they open the camera, a piece of paper falls out that appears to have a password, and when they get into the footage, it is incredibly eerie. It is scarily edited footage of a mysterious masked creature, a walking mannequin, a young man with a skull, and a weirdly edited photo of Jesus. Some people say that the video is staged due to the placement of the GoPro, but even if it is staged, the footage is enough to put anyone on edge. Many people in the comments believing that the footage is actually cursed. Number 6, forest creature. This one was uploaded to YouTube under an account called Strange Videos, and it definitely fits that description. The footage comes from someone walking in the woods, filming their experience on their GoPro. Suddenly, in the background of the footage, you can see what appears to be a dark and mysterious creature. As the videographer gets closer, the identity of the creature becomes even more confusing. Many people saying that it's clear that it's not Bigfoot, but it definitely isn't human either. It appears to be tall and skinny, swaying its arms in a slow and purposeful motion. The footage is incredibly eerie to watch, as you feel like you're just waiting for it to turn around and look into the camera. Like the last one, some people believe that this footage has been staged or edited, but again, the footage is still incredibly unsettling, real or not. To me, it looks like this guy managed to catch catch a demogorgon on camera. Number 5. Kayaking. Let's have another break from the paranormal and switch over to the just straight up scary. This one is another one that I found on TikTok and comes from a man who is kayaking with a GoPro attached to his helmet. He is peacefully going down the water when an alligator appears to come out of nowhere from the side of the footage. The alligator bumps into the side of the kayak, flipping it over and leaving the man underwater and vulnerable to attack. Fortunately for him, he appears to know what he's doing and is able to quickly flip himself back over and get out of the situation. The alligator also apparently seems to have lost interest, as you can't see it anywhere nearby in the footage after the original attack. Perhaps it was just interested in playing a quick prank and scaring the kayaker. The situation is over and done with pretty quickly, but I'm sure the man had this on his mind for a long time and probably avoided kayaking that area for at least a little while. Number 4. Witch hut. This footage comes from a vlogger on YouTube that has apparently been having some strange experiences. He says that he has been having run-ins with a witch and decides to go into the forest in the dead of night and search for where she's been living. Definitely sounds like a great horror movie plot. The footage shows the vlogger stumbling upon wooden crosses, which he says indicate that this is the home of the witch, also showing a large teepee made out of branches. He says that he also found other ceremonial and strange items, but he doesn't actually show them in the video. He suddenly gets frightened and turns to the left, shining his flashlight. It reveals a woman standing eerily still, wearing what looks like a white gown or a wedding dress. She has dark hair and in the video also looks to me like she has no face, though this could just be a result of the video quality and lighting. The vlogger finally decides to make a good decision and runs away from the area as soon as he encounters the witch. Number 3. Abandoned hospital. We've covered urban exploration a few times in this series, and let's take a look at another one, this time coming from an abandoned hospital facility. This one is potentially a mix of paranormal and just a frightening human encounter. The YouTuber called Ruin Road is walking through the facility when he gets to a dark area on a lower level. He hears a grunting voice come from the dark and he responds with a quick "hi" before quickly making his way out of there, not wanting to discover who or what was making the noise. When he gets outside, however, he is met with someone who tells him that he's not allowed to be there, claiming to be a security guard at the facility that is apparently being rebuilt. The man then offers to give him a tour of the place if he pays him some cash. Many people believe that this man was actually not a security guard or worker of any kind, and that this easily could have turned into a pretty scary situation for the YouTuber. Number 2. Fire alarm. This video was published in 2017 by a YouTuber called Edge Ninja. Apparently, a lot of creepy things happened on GoPro in 2017 for some reason. The man explains that the factory, as it's called, has always been an eerie landmark in the community. Apparently, no one ever seeing anyone or anything going in or out of the abandoned building for many years. One day, however, he realizes that there is a fire alarm going off in the building, despite it apparently being dormant for around 30 years. He circles the building to show that the alarm is going off in multiple different areas, but the creepiest part comes when he zooms into a window to show the alarm that's going off in a stairwell. People pointed out that in the window to the left, you can see what appears to be a creepy figure, many people saying that it looks like a ghostly face. Number 1. Abandoned street. Now let's wrap up this list with something that isn't paranormal and isn't death-defying, but is instead just downright creepy and unsettling. Urban exploration videos often share the discovery of creepy things, whether it be graffitied demonic symbols or maybe leftover documents from an abandoned asylum, but this YouTuber found something pretty unique. He was exploring an abandoned street when he decided to enter one of the empty buildings. As he walks through the house, it seems to be your typical abandoned location, peeling paint, graffiti, and broken floors. But when he enters the basement of the home, he finds something he definitely didn't expect: a spine vertebrae. He does what any sane person would do and pokes it a bit, because why wouldn't you? People in the comments debate over whether it's from an animal or a human being, but what we know for sure is that it's definitely creepy. Thank you guys for watching. That was 10 more scary GoPro recordings no one should ever see. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe and maybe check out some more of our stuff. I've been Woody and you've been amazing. Join us next time for more lists and scary things.